Meeting of the Paris City Council is hereby called to order at 5:30 p.m. For the purpose of this meeting, there's a quorum of the council present. Item number 2 and 3, Mr. Gene Anderson will deliver the invocation, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Mayor Pro Tem Hughes. Please rise.
May we pray? Heavenly Father, we come before you today, Father, knowing that we are unworthy to be in your presence, and we know we failed you today, so we just pray, Father, first of all, that you would forgive us for that, and that you would show us, Father, grace and mercy, and you would give us wisdom to conduct the meeting tonight. We pray for all of our council people who volunteer their time and work hard at that. And we pray for the staff, and we pray, Father, for the public of this city, Father, that they would be blessed by that which we do tonight. For we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4 is the Citizens Forum. Persons desiring to address the council must limit their presentation to no more than 2 minutes. Unless an item is posted on the agenda, the Texas Open Meetings Act prohibits the council from responding to any comments other than to refer the matter to a future agenda, to an existing policy, or to a staff person with specific factual information. Claims against the city, council members, or employees, as well as individual personal appeals, are not appropriate for Citizens Forum. If necessary, the City Council may convene into executive session under Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code regarding any item on this agenda. The public forum is now open. Is there anyone who wishes to address the council? If so, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the Citizens Forum. Items on the consent agenda are approved by a single action of the council, with such approval applicable to all items appearing on the consent agenda. A council member may request any item to be removed from the consent agenda and considered as a separate item. Does any member wish to remove an item from the agenda?
No.
All right, seeing none, is there a motion to approve all items on the consent agenda?
So moved.
A motion, and do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Savage. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries 7-0. Item number 12 on the regular agenda, discuss, continue the public hearing and act on an ordinance considering the petition of Donald Wilson on behalf of Sunrise Ministries International Church for a specific use permit for a self-storage mini warehouse in the city of Paris, Block 249, Lot 35A, located at 3055 Clarksville Street, LCAD 17987. And this is to the public hearings to be continued from the May 23rd, 2022 meeting. Mr. Mack, you have a presentation, please.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. Apologize in just a minute, bringing up the PowerPoint here. There we go. Okay, here we are. This is the subject property. It's located at this address, 3055 Clarksville. It is a closed nursing home facility. We scheduled a public hearing on this item for both P&Z and for the council. There were some additional details that were needed to be identified as a part of the project. We've worked with the applicant. We've provided revisions to the site plan information. Essentially what you see here is what you will get. It's the exact existing footprint of the building, no changes. There is a fire suppression system in the building which will be required to be brought current and functional and certified again by the city's fire marshal. We have basically a front door entryway to this facility that'll remain the same. The hallways are wide already as a facility was with the nursing home, allowing access through hallways, and then the rooms will become then remodeled into storage units. So really no changes to the structure other than to bring it up to building code requirements for the change in the occupancy. We have a minimal parking requirement. We have the fire lanes identified based on existing improvements, striping of the parking area, provision of handicap parking, and so forth are in place and will comply with the requirements based upon the existing structure that's already here and in place. Planning and Zoning Commission did conduct a hearing and recommended approval to the council. We have that recommendation with one condition, and that is that the applicant shall submit all required plans for remodeling of the building and be approved by the city building official and fire marshal prior to issuance of a building permit.
Thank you. I'll now continue the public hearing and ask that anyone who wishes to come forward and speak in support or opposition of this item, please do so now. Seeing none, the public hearing is now closed. Is there any discussion or questions, council?
I'll just say that I'm really excited that there's going to be some improvement to this property. I mean, we always sit here and talk about how we would like to see other properties get redeveloped and kind of get a facelift. This is going to be great.
Been boarded up windows for a long time.
And it has been an attractive nuisance through the years with several complaints and squatters and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and I know this building is surrounded by commercial, businesses. Did anyone come at the planning and zoning meeting and speak against this? I may have missed that.
The one input that we did receive was in support of the project, and it was from a resident that you'll see that backs up onto the street to the north. And my report, I think it was received from Vicky Eisel, again, supporting the request.
Yeah, because, it can become a safety issue with people, kind of going in there, staying and stuff. And I know one business to the east of it, people come in kind of early in the morning, ladies, by themselves, and that would be, if we made something into that building, like this storage building, it would really help with safety for the, the businesses on the other side, either side of it. So it's really an improvement to the community.
It would be. Is there additional questions about plans for improved security with the new improvements?
No, I'm saying if we do something with it, instead of people coming in and just, I guess, homeless people or somebody just living in it, it would be a lot safer for the businesses next to it.
And I believe the backup said that there will be an on-site manager.
There will be an office, that's correct, on the facility, and there'll be, I think, restrooms provided only for the employee staff on site. But again, the building is fully sprinkled. It was as a nursing home, and so we will have that safety component. In other mini warehouse storage buildings we deal with, we have, exterior entrances. This will be all from the interior. I'm assuming there will be some sort of secured entryway system into the building to provide for further security.
Any further questions or discussion? I'll hear a motion.
I move that we approve the specific use permit for self-storage mini warehouse facilities, subject to the applicant submitting all required plans for remodeling of the building and being reviewed by the city building official and fire marshal prior to issuance of a building permit.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 13, discuss, conduct a public hearing, and act on an ordinance considering the petition of Era Sprague of Spartan Investment Group for a specific use purpose in a commercial district C for a self-storage mini warehouse in the city of Paris, Block 321, Lots 2 and 2A, located at 2405 Northeast Loop 286 and 2510 Spur 139, LCAD 18797 and 18798. It's the Andrew Mack Hour.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. We have an existing mini storage facility here. It's been here many, many years. It's located on our northeast loop 286. What we have shown in the picture here, this was an existing structure that fronted onto the spur 139. This has been demolished. The site is now vacant. They propose to redevelop this site with a climate control facility also for storage purposes. And we would have a more detailed site plan for this, but that is further evolving as a part of the platting process that will be required and the building permits as well. What this is doing is legitimizing the current mini storage that's in place in terms of creating a special use permit for it, and then allowing the permit to be issued for the new building construction. We are working in detail with them now. We have actually pre-development scheduled for tomorrow to begin the more detailed aspects of the plat. We have some drainage easements involved with TxDOT that encumber the property, and so we have some physical challenges to address, but we are working through that, and we'll work through that. This is initiating the process to permit the use up front, and we don't have all the specific details, but that's okay. We will address that, and council will have one more opportunity to approve a final plat before we are able to issue permits with that. We've had a very good working relationship with the developer. They are from out of state. They are a large developer in the area of mini warehouse and storage, and certainly a climate control facility will be a needed addition to our community. Staff and the P&Z have both conducted a review. They have recommended approval, with the staff recommended 2 conditions for this project, which will be that the applicants shall submit all required plans for construction of the new building and to be approved by the city engineer, building official, and fire marshal prior to issuance of building permits. And secondly, that the subject property shall be platted and approved by the city prior to issuance of building permits. And with those 2 conditions, we recommend your approval this evening.
Thank you. I will now open the public hearing and ask that anyone who wishes to come forward and speak in support or opposition of this item do so. Seeing none, the public hearing is now closed. Is there any discussion or questions?
Just had one. Andrew, do you know how many particular units will be added? And then also, in addition to that question, do you know how many total units there will be on this property?
25,000 square feet is the proposed building size. Those will be, the mix of size will be determined by further market analysis and need in the community. That size facility will involve fire suppression unless they component and create firewalls every literally 2,500 square feet. So I think we would anticipate this would end up with fire suppression, and we do have adequate utilities to support that in the area.
And then there's no issues with, I guess, ingress, egress off of Spur 139 and then frontage of 286. Everything's all good on that. This
is still pretty conceptual. We anticipate that there will be an entrance off Spur 139. This doesn't exactly show it that way, but we'll continue working through those details with them through pre-development based on the volume of space plus the narrow spacing between the existing buildings. We anticipate the need to have 2 different ways of entrance and exit from the property, which would be provided from the road to the north. But yeah, we can't go back and spread the buildings further apart. They're pretty narrow. We'll likely have a restriction against any parking or, stopping in the fire lanes between the existing buildings. as we move through the plating process and the site plan approval, but that's covered by our code and our current requirements. There will be plenty of room for fire lanes with the new construction.
Thank you. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, I'll hear a motion.
I move that we approve the petition for Aris Sprague and Spartan Investment Group as written with the two conditions that the city has spelled out.
Thank you, Mr. Savage. A second?
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 14, discuss, conduct a public hearing, and act on an ordinance considering the petition of Carolyn Akins for a specific use permit in a neighborhood service district for a one-family dwelling home in the East Park Addition, Block C, Lot 12, located at 951 East Hickory, LCAD 11030. Mr. Mack?
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. Ms. Akins is with us this evening. She's reminded me not to inform you that they're constructing a new building. They're remodeling the existing structure. I had a little slip of the tongue at the P&Z meeting, so I apologize for that. However, there was a major fire that had damaged the structure. It was operating as a commercial, kind of a retail, shop. The damage was substantial. There is intent to remodel the property and to convert the use from business purposes to residential, single family. You'll see here in the pictures, the building is located here. It's also currently zoned neighborhood service, and based on our recent changes to the zoning ordinance last year, we no longer allowed single family in the neighborhood service district by right, but we did allow it as a result of a special use permit, and that is the application that is before you this evening. The property would provide for a new residence, remodeling inside. There's some demolition work that's already started on cleaning up the fire and debris. They are anxious to get started with the remodel, and we are looking to see the project move forward and provide for the proper amount of parking spaces on the site, which requires 2 parking spaces for a residence. And currently, there are a number of spaces, as you can see, on the property in front and on both sides. And so we will work with them as a part of the site plan to identify the proper location where they would then be required to pave as recommended those parking spaces based on the conversion of the use. This would be a specific use. We're not changing the underlying zoning. So in the event that it were ever someday to revert back to a commercial use, the landowner then at that time would have to come back for an amendment to the special use permit that's being considered this evening. The Planning and Zoning Commission's recommended this approval to the City Council, and we are recommending the approval with one condition, and that be that the driveway accommodations for 2 parking spaces on the property shall be paved as a building permit requirement, and that there shall be no final inspection for occupancy until the paved driveway is constructed with room for 2 paved on-site parking spaces as required under Section 10 of our off-street parking loading requirements, and that also that other areas currently improved with gravel parking be returned to green space as a part of that parking improvement.
So, Mr. Mack, is it 1 condition, 2, or is it 3?
It's actually, I think, I don't know if I have the current report, but I believe I had 2 conditions in here. But it would be provide paved parking for 2 off-street spaces, and the other part of that condition would be to return spaces not improved for parking to green space.
All right. I'll open the public hearing and ask that anyone who wishes to come forward and speak in support or opposition of this item, please do so. Would you state your name and
My name
address,
is
please?
Carolyn Akins. I'm the owner of the property. And Mr. Luck added another condition. I just wanted to point that out. No problem in turning all of the unused parking spaces into green spaces, because all he had just said required was the 2 parking, but that's no problem.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Aiken. Anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing none, the public hearing is now closed. Any further discussion or questions?
I think this would be this is a great idea for that particular property. So I'm very much in favor of it.
Okay. No more discussion, I'll hear a motion.
I move that we approve the SUP for a single-family residence in the Neighborhood Service District, subject to the following conditions. The driveway and the accommodations for 2 parking spaces on the property shall be paved, and no other parking spaces shall remain unpaved as a building permit approval requirement. 2, there shall be no final inspection for occupancy until a paved driveway is constructed with room for 2 paved on-site parking spaces as required by Section 10, off-street parking and loading regulations of the city zoning ordinance.
Is there a second?
Then we have the gravel.
Well, yeah, and then turning that gravel area into green space.
Yes, I
So
put that for the record.
we'll make sure we put that in there.
Yes.
Okay. Second. Thank you, Ms. Moore. Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 15, discuss, conduct a public hearing, and act on an ordinance considering the petition of the City of Paris for the addition of a historic overlay district, HD-18, in a 2-family dwelling district, 2F, in the City of Paris, Block 146, Lot 3, located at 705 Southeast 3rd Street, LCAD 16382. Mr. Mack?
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. The item before you is technically, it's an amendment to the zoning map, and we're creating Historic District Overlay number 18 for the purpose of creating a single freestanding historic district and also designating a local landmark. This is a very significant property. It's, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest standing house in the city of Paris as of this date. It has a very unique 1880 construction with an Italianate architecture style. This is an actual photo of the house. It has been allowed to become run down. It has basically delinquent in taxes. We have ownership that has been deceased, and we are working through our tax attorney to bring this to a tax foreclosure status through our standard procedure for how we handle tax foreclosures. The creation of this district will, however, protect the property from future demolition without going through its normal process. This item has gone through the Historic Preservation Commission as well as the required public hearing by the Planning Commission for the amendment to the map. Both of your advisory bodies have recommended approval of this change in the zoning and the creation of this as a freestanding district, along with, again, the designation as a local landmark according to the ordinance in your packets. With that, we are recommending your approval this evening.
Thank you. I'll now open the public hearing and ask that anyone who wishes to come forward and speak in support or opposition of this item. Seeing none, the public hearing is closed. Is there any discussion or questions of Mr. Mack?
I have one. When is this expected to go up for bid? When is the property scheduled to go up for bid? Do you know offhand?
I don't have a firm date on that from our tax attorney. Right now, the next tax sale will be the July the 5th. I'm reviewing the list that we just received.
Okay.
That's coming up fairly quickly. I can double check, but I'm sensing this was not on that list. Unless, Sherry, you don't think it was on the list at this point, do you? So it will likely be in October, would be my guess.
Thank you.
It needs lots of love.
And the city has mowed it already at least once this year, as we normally have in the past. And I think that we're pretty excited to see this move forward through this process to further
Oh,
the
thanks.
possibility of its improvement in the near future.
Further questions? I'll hear a motion.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 16, discuss, conduct a public hearing and act on an ordinance considering the petition of MWY Investments LLC for a change in zoning from an agricultural District A to a commercial District C in the City of Paris, Block 307-C, Lot 1, located at 4005 North Main Street, LCAD 106006. Mr. Mack.
Thank you, Mayor. Members of council, the request comes as a favorable recommendation to you from the Planning Commission at their last meeting. We have a proposed new purchaser of the property. This was operated as a retail art gallery in the structure on the property. The business owner intends to convert the property to a commercial contractor business, intends to construct a new large outbuilding to support storage of his equipment in the contracting business. The proposed change is certainly consistent with our future land use plan for commercial, and again, the Planning and Zoning Commission conducted the hearing and unanimously recommended approval of this change from ag zoning district to commercial, and we would recommend your approval this evening.
Thank you. I'll now open the public hearing and ask that anyone who wishes to come forward and speak in support or opposition of this item do so. Seeing none, the public hearing is now closed. Is there any discussion or questions? All right, I'll hear a motion.
I move.
Motion.
moved.
Second.
Second.
A motion and a second.
I made the motion.
Motion and a second.
I got the second.
Mr. Pilgrim. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries 7-0. Item number 17, discuss and act on a resolution approving an economic development and tax abatement agreement with Skymar Ventures LLC under the 5-in-5 Infill Rehabilitation Program. Mr. Mack?
Thank you, Mayor. Members of council, I apologize, I don't have a slide on this request, but we have proposal from Mr. Burchnall to construct a 10-unit apartment building between 3rd and 4th Street Southwest along Sherman. There actually will be two separate structures, one containing 6 one-bedroom apartments, and the other containing 4 one-bedroom apartments. This item is scheduled for approval. It's our next step. We're seeing a mixture of different types of houses, single-family homes, duplexes. This is our first apartment project coming in under our redevelopment infill area, so we're excited to see that we are seeing a variety of housing types coming in under this program. This is a privately owned property, so the first incentive under our policy guidelines is not in play here as far as the transfer of a tax deed for $1 for the property. But the other 3 incentives are in play, which would be the 5-year tax abatement, 100% that you are considering for approval tonight. The county board, Lamar County Board, will also consider that same approval for 5-year 100% tax abatement at their July 11th meeting. They've already discussed it once in executive session, and so they will then also be through the city available for discounted building permit fee incentives, as well as water and sewer tap labor charge incentive discounts. So we're excited again to see that we are bringing more housing units in under this program, and would recommend your approval of this agreement this evening.
Thank you. Questions or discussion? All right, I'll hear a motion.
I move that we approve an ordinance amending Section 12.04.006D as above stated.
That's a
We're on item
resolution.
17, I think.
Item 17.
Oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I apologize. I moved one ahead. Well, so moved for
Resolution.
resolution number, agenda item number 17.
Thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18, discuss and act on an ordinance amending Chapter 12 Utilities, Article 12.04 Solid Waste of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Paris, Texas, making Section 12.04.006 placement of containers, bags, and bundles for residential collection to allow for 18 bags per residence per week, residential solid waste collection. Mr. Vine.
Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and members of council, at May 23rd, 2022 City Council meeting, the City Council authorized amendments to the Code of Ordinances transitioning the city sanitation from twice-a-week pickup to once-a-week pickup. The reasons for this change are thoroughly discussed in that item's agenda memo. In those changes, the ordinance authorized up to 12 bags of trash per pickup, thus 12 bags per week. On June 13th, it came to the city manager's attention that we had inadvertently and unintentionally failed to take into account the fact that under the old ordinance, each residence had been able to set out an additional 6 bags of trash on bulk pickup days in lieu of a bulk item. This therefore allowed residents to set out 18 bags of trash instead of just 12 bags. While the code was written to be 12 bags plus bulk or 12 bags plus 6 additional bags, given we had shifted bulk pickup to requiring coordination with sanitation department on Fridays, this effectively could in turn allow residents to place up to 18 bags of trash on their pickup day now that we had shifted to once per week. Looking historically, it appears that the intent of the previous code was 6 additional bags of brush and not trash. The code could read, however, and be interpreted as either brush or trash. Either way, amending our code to make it allow 18 bags versus the 12 would address this issue. On June 13th, 2022, the city manager administratively authorized collection of up to 18 bags of trash on each pickup day once a week in anticipation that an amendment would be made this evening to officially adopt this change in the city council, in the city code, After speaking with Mayor Portugal and Mayor Pro Tem Hughes, it was concluded that administratively authorizing this 2 weeks in advance would not be an issue, and this was therefore announced via social media. To accomplish the requested change, we recommend amending Section 12.04.006D as follows: not more than a total of 18 bags of trash, 18 bags or bundles of brush will be collected per residential unit by the city sanitation department on each day of collection. The weight limit of bags or brush bundles should not exceed 50 pounds per bag or bundle. And our recommendation is to amend the section 12.04.006D as stated above.
Thank
I
you,
will
Mr. Vine.
also provide, if you don't mind, an update. Since we did make this adjustment, we did have one day where we failed to complete service, and that was due to a particularly hot day. We put that out on social media. We obviously want to take care of our staff. Since then, we have not missed a scheduled day. We've been able to pick up the trash as scheduled and as appointed and as promised to our citizens. We have had other employees in other departments step up and help. This will never be completely eliminated, but it's been minimized. And I know at least twice, like last week, our Public Works manager was on the back of the truck as well. So that's all I have for an update.
Great staff. All right, any discussion or questions? How do we keep track of how many bags? Do the guys on the back of the truck count, and if there's 19 bags, they only take 18?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen that happen.
Okay.
It wasn't that many, but it was a little less at the time.
Yes.
Okay. My house usually has half a bag because we recycle everything, but, all right. I'll hear a motion.
So moved.
And a second. A motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Vine. Item number 19, discuss and act on an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Article 7.03, smoking, to prohibit the use of electronic cigarettes in public places and to provide for a variance procedure for semi-enclosed areas of places of employment.
Madam Mayor, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, council members, this is a carryover item from 2 weeks ago. Mr. Vine carried the water on the e-cigarettes, and he can certainly address that again if you need to. But the purpose of this ordinance this week is to add the 2 other conditions to the application for the variance procedure for smoking in a semi-enclosed place. What has been added is that the application include a petition signed by the majority of employees to be affected by the proposed variance, and that the application be signed by the plant or business manager and the business's human resources director. And other than that, it's the same as what you looked at like 2 weeks ago. So we would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any discussion? All right, hearing no discussion, I'll hear a motion.
I'll
I
make the
move
mo-
that we approve the ordinance, that we approve the recommended ordinance changes.
Thank you, and a second, Mr. Savage. Thanks. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no.
No.
All right, motion carries 6-1. Item number 20, discuss and act on a resolution approving an economic development agreement with Emerald Hospitality LLC regarding Homes to Suites by Hilton. Councilmember Pankosh has asked to be recused from item number 20 because he has a conflict. Do I hear a motion and a second to recuse Councilmember Pankosh?
Make a motion to recuse Councilmember Pankosh.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. And a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say no. Mr. Pankosh, thank you. All right. Ms. Harris, you have a presentation?
I do, and if you have any questions when I'm done of Mr. Pankaj, he can, it's allowable for him to come answer your questions. But this is a 380 agreement under our Retail Economic Development Program, similar to the one that we did 2 weeks ago on the Marriott properties. This is on Emerald Hospitality, a Home to Suites on the Loop. And he's building the hotel along with an event space. So the incentives are the same as the one on the Marriott property, 5 annual property tax grants in an amount equal to 100% of the city's M&O property tax assessed, and the incremental taxable value attributable to the project. Those grants will be in the years 2024, 25, 26, 27, and 28, and 3 annual sales tax grants in the amount of 50% of the sales tax receipts in the applicable grant period. The grants cover the years 2024, 25, and 26. As consideration, Emerald Hospitality will invest over $14 million in construction of the project, and shall open the hotel no later than December 31st, 2023. And it needs to remain a Homes to Suite for the duration of the agreement. As I said, this is almost identical to the agreement that we did on the Marriott property 2 weeks ago, except that there is a provision for the city use of 5 days, I believe it is, of the event space, along with the room nights. So with that, we would recommend that you approve this agreement.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. Any questions or discussion?
Would you like to address?
Sorry, I just wanted to take an opportunity to address the mayor, mayor pro tem, and members of the city council. My name is Mihir Punkage. I live at 3055 Oak Creek Drive here in Paris, Texas. We are very excited about this project. We have been working on this for quite some time. My family and I have been in business here in our community for over 30 years. Between my mother, my father, and myself, we have almost 90 years of experience in the hospitality industry, and we do a very good job in what we do. We are extremely excited to bring this project here. We've worked in concert with Hilton in the past on various projects, and we are extremely excited to be able to build another Hilton project here in our community that is extremely diverse from what we already have with the myriad of properties that are already in our community that are all do a great job. Not one other city, I think, in this state has all their hoteliers that come together every quarter to be able to get into a room and discuss things. We are all family, we are all friends, and we are very appreciative of the support that the community has given us. But we are extremely excited. One thing that we are very and heavily invested in is giving back to our community. So we hear our citizens, we hear the folks that, you know, we understand that we cater to our travelers that come into our community, and that's kind of a good resource that we have for tax dollars. But we also care about the citizens that are within our community. So we've included a dog park, a bar within this hotel. We've included a community trail. We've included EV charging. We're very excited about the star of the hotel, which will really be neat. It's geothermal HVAC. So we have about 200 wells that we've drilled within this property that go 400 feet deep. And this will heat and cool the entirety of the building from the 6,000 square foot event space to the entirety of every single room. It will heat the pool, heat the water that's washing all the sheets and the linens and everything. And heat basically the water that you'll be showering in. So we're really, really, really excited for this project. It's one of a kind in Northeast Texas, and we can't wait to continue rolling with the community. So, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any discussion or questions? I'll hear a motion.
Make a motion to adopt a resolution approving the Chapter 380 Economic Development Agreement with Emerald Hospitality LLC related to the development and construction of a Home 2 Suites hotel and event space, authorizing the mayor to execute the same on behalf of the city.
Thank you. A second?
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, say no. Motion carries 6-0. Do I have a motion to return Councilmember Pankaj to the meeting?
So moved.
A motion and a second. All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. Motion carries. Mr. Pankaj may come back. Item number 21, discuss and act on a resolution appointing members to the Board of Adjustment. This is a unique board, and because of that, if you go to this board and you want to file an appeal, it has to go to a state district judge. Is that correct, Ms. Harris? Correct. And I would like to see us get a few more applicants for this board. So I'm going to ask staff to re-advertise this, please, and see if we can get a good number of applicants. All right? Yes, we'll table item number 21.
I'll make a motion to table agenda item number 21.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 22, discuss and make appointments to the various boards and commissions. We'll use the same process that we have used for the last couple of years, by which staff informs City Council of the number of applicants for each board, and then we'll read the names of the applicants. Please keep in mind to score your top candidate for each board with the greatest number of points. If there's 5 appointments, your number one choice would receive 5 points. Is that correct, Ms.? Okay, Ms. City Clerk, thank you. We will begin the process of appointments with the PEDC being first and Planning and Zoning being next, as these two boards ordinarily have quite a number of applicants. Staff, please proceed.
Okay, you all have ballots in your, in front of you in your places. And the first one you're going to see is PEDC. There are 2 vacancies on that board. The 4 applicants are Beverly Johnson, Eric Gullett, Eric Roddy, and Stephen Terrell. Then once you all mark them, if you'll give them to me, Ms. Unger and Mr. Vine are going to do the tallying in the other room.
I don't see this on the agenda where I appoint to the Housing Authority.
When we get to it, I was going to bring it up.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to go ahead and point that, you can.
Well, if I may, because one of these candidates is also my appointment. So
Okay.
I would like to appoint Ms. Beverly Johnson to the Housing
All
Authority,
right.
please.
So.
So
I have
if
a
you will-
question. I have a question about that. So if she serves on the Housing Authority Board, would that eliminate her from the PEDC?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So,
You can only serve on one
Right.
board.
was
Okay.
that her first choice? So if her first choice was PEDC, it would eliminate her?
She said she would prefer housing.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we
Thank
weren't
you, Ms.
eliminating her.
Johnson.
Okay.
Okay, so if you will mark through Ms. Johnson's name on this, on your ballot, and you've got 3 applicants, and if you'll score those, I will give them to Ms. Unger and to Mr. Vine.
Are you ready? I think we're ready.
Okay.
Are you not ready? No.
So it will be 3 on here, since we marked Beverly Johnson out.
Yes, it's 3 people, so it would be 3, you're right. So it would be 3, the highest number.
Right.
Let me see that.
You know what? Oh,
I guess that's right.
I said that and then did something differently.
Apparently everything.
Okay.
I'm so used to wearing masks.
All right.
Say things. No. I'm not used to names and cussing out my name.
Yeah, if you all want to start with planning and zoning on your
All right,
next
do you want
ballot.
us to go on? And then you'll come back and collect them.
You marked out, Beverly Johnson things. You mark her out of everything since she's going for the housing.
Now, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, okay.
All right, planning and zoning.
Well, shouldn't we have to wait? Shouldn't we
wait
wait because
there may be some people
Eric
on here.
Goulet, or whatever his name,
We got
Okay.
several that's applied.
he's applying
Yeah.
for both, so we need to
Okay.
wait to see if he.
All right, we'll wait.
Yeah, it's a process.
So we'll have to wait, because there's another name that's going for planning and zoning. One of the
Oh,
applicants.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
keeping me straight.
So Beverly would take Beverly out. So that's 8.
different this year than we have been.
Council, on Airport Advisory Board, I'm going to ask that that go out for additional applicants. There are 3 members of that advisory board. Only 2 may be pilots and 1 a civilian. And currently, Jeffrey Nichols and Scott Jackson are both pilots, and Clifton Finley is a student pilot going for his license. So I'd like to go out for more applicants so that we can get a bigger variety.
Okay, the 2 receiving the most points are Eric Roddy and Stephen Terrell. So if you all want to make a motion in a second.
I'll hear a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, a motion and a second for Eric Roddy and Stephen Terrell to be reappointed to the Paris Economic Development
Yes, ma'am.
Corporation. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Okay, next is the Planning and Zoning Commission. And there are 2 vacancies, and we have 9 applicants for this board. We have Andrea Kim Walker, and we take Beverly off, so we have 8 applicants. Chance Abbott, Chris Fitzgerald, Clifton Finley, Eric Gullett, Jerry Hanning, Michael Fulmer, and Richard Thompson.
You said we need to go on 8, we need to strike
Yes.
2?
I was 8.
Yeah, yes. So your top, the person that you want the most is going to have 8
There
points.
you go. Didn't he just? Oh, okay.
Strike Beverly, okay. Band is easy.
So really, we should be starting at 8, correct?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I kind of had it already.
It's been a day.
Oh, it's all good.
It's banned.
Band, I can wait, but, yeah, I mean, it's easy. It was easy. Building the standards.
Hey, which one's next?
Band Commission.
Okay.
Okay, on the band, there was 2 applicants and 2 vacancies. Do y'all want to go ahead and appoint?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll hear a motion.
It's Betsy Mills and Byron Myrick are the 2 applicants, and so there's 2 vacancies on
Make
the
a
band
motion.
commission.
To make a motion to appoint Betsy Mills and Byron Myrick for the 2
Okay.
open spots of the band commission.
A second. All right, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. They are elected.
We'll have to hold up on the next one.
Building and standards.
I was going to look at the I think building and standards.
Building standards is next.
There's, some of those applicants, I think, are on this.
Yes.
Yeah, but we could go to the historic preservation.
Is that next?
We can go ahead and pull that up next.
Okay.
And there are 4 vacancies on the Historic Preservation Commission. There are 5 applicants. They're Jennifer Long, Linda Vandiver, Matthew Coyle, Paul Crocker, and Ryan Matthews.
Do some of those have to live in the historic district or own a building? Seems like I remember. Ms. Bedford?
Yeah,
Is
and
that-
they asked, have his,
Mhm.
be a member of the Historic Preservation Commission, or the
Yes, I
Historic
believe that.
Society?
I believe that was in our packet.
Yes, Linda Vandiver is a member of the Historical Society, and that is part of this regulation to be on this board that reserves a spot for someone that belongs to the Historical Society. Ryan Matthews currently serving. He owns property in the Historic District. Matt Cole owns property in the Historic District, and he's an at-large. And Jennifer, she's also applied. She owns property. So most of these people that have applied own property in the Historic District.
Oh, that's what we're not gonna do yet.
We're almost done. One more.
Still waiting on building standards, but the library is that next though.
Okay, on planning and zoning, the 2 top applicants were Chance Abbott and Clifton Finley. So if I can get a motion and a
So
second.
moved.
Okay,
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. Nominations to
okay, so.
Mr. Finley and
Clifton
Mr.
Finley and
Abbott.
Chance Abbott.
Okay.
So on your airport board, if you all will mark Clifton Finley off, he applied for that board as well.
And we're going to re-advertise that.
Okay.
So-
We know, on the airport advisory board, we need 2 pilots. We've got 2 pilots here. Can we go ahead and appoint them and then advertise for the 1 pedestrian?
Whatever you all want to do will be
I hate
fine.
to leave it vacant. I didn't know if that helped.
They're not scheduled to meet until August,
Okay.
so maybe we can choice. It's up to you all.
If you got two pilots, why can't we just vote those two in and then wait for more applicants for the, yeah.
Is that
Okay.
legal?
Sure.
I make a motion to appoint Jeffrey Nichols and Scott Jackson for the two pilot positions on the
Okay.
airport advisory
I'll
board.
second.
A second, all right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no.
Okay.
Motion, nominations to those two gentlemen.
So re-advertise for one on that one.
I'm sorry, what?
So we'll re-advertise for one
Yes.
vacancy on that, and it'll be a civilian.
Yes. Are you ready for building and standards
Let's see.
ballot?
Let me look in here, make sure we don't have, if you all will help me. They're doing the planning and zoning. One's right now. No, they're not. Let's see. Beverly Johnson, you'll mark off Beverly Johnson. And let's, looking to make sure. I think we can move forward on the building and standards. Just mark through Beverly Johnson.
Okay.
And then there's 5 vacancies. The applicants are Andrew Kim Walker, Chris Fitzgerald, Eric Gullett, Michael Fulmer, Reeves Hayter, and Richard Thompson.
Yeah, I'm rolling. So we did these.
Airport. The two, number 2 and 3.
Okay, those are the two files, okay.
Clifton couldn't serve
Right,
anyway because
right.
he's already on.
Yeah.
We appointed him again to P and Z.
Yeah. We'll do one more applicant there. Administrator.
Chad Ramsey to anything? Have we already appointed Chad Ramsey to anything? We haven't yet.
Yeah, he, yeah.
Okay, so he's still available.
It's a funny
Yes.
plug. See, it's got
Yeah,
a
he was
little
just
thing
turned
that
into
goes out that way. Well, I don't know.
P and Z.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Okay, on historic preservation,
Guess I should.
the 4 new board members are Jennifer Long, Linda Vandiver, Matthew Cole, and Ryan Matthews. So we can get a motion in a second.
All those in favor of Ms. Long, Ms. Vandiver, Mr. Coyle, and Mr. Matthews?
I make the motion that
Oh,
we
a motion.
approve the, yeah,
And
I make that motion.
Second. All
Second.
those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank
Those
you.
opposed, say no. Thank you to those
Thank you.
applicants.
Main Street.
All right, Library Advisory Board,
Yes, there are 3 applicants and 2 vacancies. Amy Watson has applied, Kelvin Hicks, and Melanie Lochmiller. So much faster having people on their health.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me see, what am I looking at? I was looking at the housing authority.
Wilson and Mr. Haynes.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, do you want to finish appointing the housing authority? Do you want me to re-advertise?
No.
Okay.
I appointed Ms. Johnson for her first term, and I reappoint Ms. Wilson
Okay.
and Mr. Haynes for
Okay.
reappointment to that board.
All right, and we'll advertise and see if we can get another applicant.
Okay,
Thank
thank you very
you.
much.
But the other vacancy is a resident.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, so
So
that has to be
that
a
makes a
resident.
big
They have to have
yes.
a resident on
All
on
right.
the board.
Maybe you all can help me.
We did not reapply.
Dwayne didn't want to do it again, so they still have to have. a
Yes, we
resident.
do.
It has to be a
I know,
resident.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying.
I'm surprised Dwayne didn't want to do it again. Look at these.
That's what I'm talking about, Main Street.
Yeah, on that side.
Are you ready for our Main Street?
Let's see. Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you'll fill out your,
I'll read the names for the public.
Oh, okay.
There's 3 vacancies, 4 applicants: Chad Lindsay, Joan Moore, Carrie Daniel, and Tracy Daughtery.
Is 3?
Yes, there's 3 vacancies and 4 applicants.
Oh, okay. Okay, she told me at night.
It's 3, it ain't 4. It's 3.
Oh, yeah. Getting them
one
steps.
more.
Which one are we
That
doing?
goes Main Street.
Mine
Main
too.
Street now.
So it should be 4 on Main Street, right?
It's 4, yes, but 3 vacant.
Just did. Oh.
That's Main Street.
No, I get a pass, I didn't give you a ticket.
That's true.
It's the only reason why I stopped. I could've kept going.
Seen this name a lot.
She told me you was over there. Out my window. Go get her. Traffic commission.
Well, that's a good point, though.
Oh, okay. I was parked for 30 minutes, and I was over there about 2 hours.
It's happened to me before.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, for the Building and Standards Commission, there were 5 vacancies. The top scoring points are Andra Kilm-Walker, Chris Fitzgerald, Michael Fulmer, Reeves Hayter, and Richard Thompson.
I make the motion that we approve, accept those candidates.
And a second?
A second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Nominations are made. And we have one more board, the Traffic Board.
So we're gonna be short because we have to mark Kim off, is that right?
I'm sorry.
Did you-
Okay, we're going to be short on this one, that's right, because Kim Walker was just placed, so we marked through Kim Walker. And let me see what they have left, because there may be one of these on what they have left in there to score. Not Mr. Darst.
On the traffic commission, we're only going to do we've got 3 spots and 2 applicants.
Yes, unless,
Re-advertise.
okay.
We'll see if any,
That's true.
Nobody else signed up.
Did Eric get appointed to any of these boards?
No, and they have 2 more that they're scoring right now,
Okay,
so
yeah,
we
I
want
wanna make
to, we'll
sure I
see
wasn't-
about those 2, because we
wasn't
may have
thinking-
more vacancies.
I'm with you, Mayor, on this one. I think we should re-advertise.
Yeah.
That's pretty far. We always go up and the drive.
We got
Okay, on the library board, the two receiving the most points are Amy Watson and Melanie Loffmiller.
All right, a motion,
I'll make a motion.
second?
I second.
All right. All those in favor of those nominees say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Nominations are unanimous.
Okay, and they're scoring one more, and then we can finish this one.
Okay.
But coming back, we drive straight through coming back. That was library board, Amy Watson and Melanie Lockmiller.
Okay. The other two applicants on the Traffic Commission are not on the ones that they have right now, so they're Eric Gullett and John Darst.
All right. A motion,
Make a motion to appoint Eric Gullett and John Darsh as two of the three spots to fill on the Traffic Commission and to open the advertising back up on the 3rd.
all right, and a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Knox. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. All right. Gee, we have two of your three.
All right, we have one left, I think.
All right.
Now we got members.
No more? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Excuse me?
So you were over on the far side Yeah, not the west side.
Oh, she does, okay.
That's true.
And then
We ended up dead center too.
Yeah.
Kind of dead center, south.
I thought that.
Okay, this is the last one. Main Street Advisory Board, the three top applicants are Chad Lindsay, Carrie Daniel, and Tracy Daughtery.
I don't have that sheet.
We already voted.
Oh, we already voted. Okay. And which one is it?
It's Chad Lindsay, Carrie Daniel, and Tracy Daughtery.
I'll make a motion to approve those candidates for the Main Street Advisory Board.
Yes.
Second?
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. All those in favor of these nominees, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Nominated unanimously.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Item number 23, discuss and appoint city council members to serve as liaisons to the various boards and commissions. Ms. Ellis provided us with a list of the dates and times that all these boards meet. So please look over those if you're not sure. If you want to serve on a board or commission, you do need to be available at, for instance, the first Tuesday at noon or the third Monday at 3 p.m. Some of these are sort of unusual meeting times. Those of you that are employed, it might be better if you choose a time after 5 or 5:30, depending on your work schedule, right, Mr. Savage?
Right on.
All right. Some of the boards require the mayor to serve as an ex officio member, and so that is in addition to a council liaison. We'll proceed through the list of boards and commissions. We can have more than one council liaison. We'll start with the PEDC. Who would like to serve on that?
I'd be very interested to get on the EDC.
All right.
Continue.
All right. Mr. Pilgrim, Mr. Pankaj, Mayor Pro Tem, Airport Advisory Board member, liaison. Is there a volunteer?
I will.
Thank you, Mr. Savage.
District.
Yeah.
Band Commission. a volunteer for that?
I did it last time, I'll do it again.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pilgrim. Building and Standards Commission.
I'll continue.
All right, thank you. Historic Preservation Commission, Ms. Knox. Good job there. Library Advisory Board. You want to return this year? Ms. Knox?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Knox. Main Street Advisory Board,
I will.
thank you, Ms. Moore.
I'm happy to continue, but I'll be honest, I think P and Z is kind of one of those things that's up my alley too.
Okay.
So I don't want to take away something from someone, so
Well,
I'll let Ms. Moore handle that.
you can take more than one
I'm happy to
as
continue to
well.
serve, though.
All right. Planning and Zoning Commission,
I'll take,
Which
I'll
one?
do P and Z.
I'd like to stay on that, too.
Planning and zoning.
Mr. Savage and Mr. Pankaj,
And
Ms.
Ms. Moore.
and Ms. Moore.
So on Main Street, could I continue to serve on that also?
You sure can
Thank you.
I'm still on that as well.
on,
Get that grant.
Street.
on Main Street, all right. Planning and Zoning, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, you wanted on that?
No,
as-
they just,
Okay, Mr. Savage and Mr.
Yes,
Pankaj.
Ms.
And I
Moore.
attend those meetings too, but we're avoiding a quorum so
Yeah.
far. Traffic Commission, is there a volunteer? I will say, that's an easy one because they only meet as needed, correct, Assistant Chief?
I'll take,
All right, thank you, Ms. Moore. It's interesting to go to the meetings. Board of Adjustment.
I'm done.
Now, this one does meet
On noon.
the first Tuesday of the month at noon. But isn't that as needed? There's always needed, yeah. I think we'll see a day when there won't be. Any volunteers?
first Tuesday.
All right, I'll do that. Artex Council of Governments, the mayor routinely serves, and a council member may serve on the executive committee.
I'd love to continue to serve.
Which one?
The Artex Council of Governments
I'd love
those
to
meetings
continue
are
if no one else
generally
has an opposition on that.
in Mount Pleasant.
I don't know anything about that.
You want on the executive committee?
Yeah.
Would you like to, in lieu of the mayor serving on that committee, would you like to do that?
Well, I'll fill in for you most of the time.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Visitors and Convention Council.
I just saw it.
I'm already kind of on it, but I don't mind continuing to serve on that.
Okay, I'm on that too.
Yes.
As ex officio. Love Civic Center Board.
I'm on that also.
I'll take, look, let me see.
Love Civic
Just
Center?
a second, let me see.
Have as much on there as she's calling.
They meet at noon.
No, I think I'll pass on that.
Okay. Mr. Pankaj, thank you. All right.
So we don't have that.
Number 24, convene into executive session pursuant to Section 551.087 of the Texas Government Code. 1, to discuss or deliberate regarding commercial or financial information that the governmental body has received from a business prospect that the governmental body seeks to have locate, stay, or expand in or near the territory of the governmental body and with which the governmental body is conducting economic development negotiations, or 2, to deliberate the offer of a financial or other incentive to a business prospect described by subdivision 1 as follows: Project Rocket X. The time is 6:50 p.m. and the city council will now convene into executive session. Item number 25, reconvene into open session and possibly take action on those matters discussed in executive session. The time is 7:26. We are now in open session. I'll hear a motion to approve the PEDC's Economic Development Agreement with Lions Head Paris LLC.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Did I s- Okay. That's it. Item number 27, consider and approve future events for city council and/or city staff pursuant to resolution number 2004-081. Seeing none, I'll call for a motion and a second to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right.
Hold on just a second.
Hold on.
We missed the tax abatement, item
we skipped
26, I think.
All
Go back to 26.
all right. Item number 26. Discuss and act on a resolution approving a tax abatement agreement with Lions Head Paris LLC.
Got a question.
Staff?
I got a question. What did we approve? That Mahir motion and I seconded?
That was
The
the
economic
PEDC's
development,
Economic
okay.
Development Agreement. And this is in conjunction with the PEDC's Economic Development Agreement. This is a tax abatement agreement. The improvements will be somewhere between $20 million and $23 million. They'll necessitate the hiring of at least 15 employees with an estimated 40 new employees eventually retained. And the agreement, in line with the PEDC's agreement, requires that at least 15 employees be retained throughout the remainder of the agreement. This is a descending tax abatement agreement, so for the first 2 years, it's 100%, 75 for years 3 and 4, 50% for 5 and 6, and 25% for year 7.
All right, any questions of staff or discussion? All right, I'll hear a motion
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
and a second.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. All right, future events? Seeing none, hear a motion and a second for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.